Cinema to me does the same thing that sacred texts do. They're stories. Where do we see ourselves in stories? And cinema is a little bit more powerful because it's a visual representation. Yeah. The story of Jesus is so popular because it's so popular that you've seen it retold with Superman. Yeah. You've seen it retold with Dune. You've seen it retold with Matrix, Star Wars, Avatar. Yeah. Like all of these films where there's a hero. Despite so much criticism and abuse and everything to do what they were intended to do. Yeah. And that's the story of all of us in our own way, in our own life.
Being suppressed, being struggled.
But that's a great question in terms of what is cinema. I think cinema can be many things to many people.
Yeah, and Akira Kurosawa said the same thing. Even at his 80-year-old, I think he got an honorary Oscar for something, and he was still asking that question, what is cinema? He's someone as brilliant as him, somebody who's such a profound filmmaker and director, was still kind of grapple with that question. And I thought, oh my gosh, he's right. I don't really know either. I don't really understand what it is. What the heck is, I know it's storytelling, but it's just really a complex, beautiful, powerful thing. And that's another thing I want to mention is there's a lot of filmmakers that abuse that power horribly. And they don't realize that when you're a filmmaker, you have a giant megaphone. And you're basically a teacher. You have responsibility as to what kind of images and words and themes you're injecting into people and into their psyche. And it gets abused so much. And when you're a filmmaker, you have a big responsibility to be aware of that and not abuse your power. So
yeah, and I think that's the discussion which we will probably have at some point in other episodes in terms of cinema versus the other C word, which is commerce. Yeah. And when cinema becomes commerce, when art becomes commerce, it becomes dangerous. And for a lot of these studios
purely
producing, purely commerce. I think good art can also be commerce, for sure. There are many amazing films which we'll discuss at length.
Like the Black Stallion.
Yeah, which, I mean, we should say the budget was between 2.6 and 4.2 million, and it made $37 million domestic, and probably about at least that amount internationally. Right. Blockbuster amounts of money. Yeah. And the movie was shelved for how long?
2 years. It was shelved for 2 years at United Artists because some executives were making fun of it. And they were saying, oh, what is this? Some art kids movie for kids, And then it took Francis Ford Coppola to come in there after making The Godfather and saying, this is how it's going to be cut. This is the music, and it's coming out. And he had to forcefully push it through post-production.
But the Black Stallion is pure art. It's high art, and it's commerce.
And it's a family movie, too.
Yeah.